Guys, Ninja Kiwi has given us official, unreleased pictures of the new tower, the Beast Handler, that's going to be coming out later this year. So let's take a look at what that's going to be. And here is the photo that's showcasing the new tower, the Beast Handler, that should be coming out. Look at all of this. This is so cool. So this seems to be the 3 different paths that you're going to be able to unlock and upgrade with this tower. Ninja Kiwi has only given us this picture and nothing else really with it, so it gives us several answers, but honestly, I'm just left with way more questions, honestly. As you can see, there are writing in the hidden language, the Monklish language. This is like the hidden language of Bloons Tower Defense. These symbols actually show up all throughout Bloons Tower Defense, especially in like their update sneak peeks things, but you can also see them in places like I think Adora's Temple or Cogs and just like other parts of the map. You can kind of see this secret hidden writing, which is very interesting. So we're gonna go over the 3 paths of this and then also talk about the new update that's gonna be coming out soon, what to expect, and all that other cool fun stuff. Now, at the making of this video, it hasn't been shown to us yet, but Ninja Kiwi said that they were going to be releasing pictures on their Twitter showcasing the new boss, the Dread Bloon boss, that's going to be also releasing with this update. Let's talk about the more exciting and important topic of today, the tower known as the Beast Handler. Now, we don't know whether or not the Beast Handler is going to be a magic support, primary, or military. You can only assume, right, that he's going to be either a support or a magic monkey, because yeah, I think that's what we're all kind of leaning towards. We could be wrong. Like, there's no way he's a military tower, right? Like, there's no way it's gonna be that. I refuse to believe that. So we have our 3 separate paths here, which looks like shark, dinosaur, and like a vulture or like a hawk, like a big flying bird. So it looks like they can be broken down into 3 different categories and aspects, right? You have water, ground, and air. So you do have the 3 different types of towers here, which is very interesting. So you have the fish, right? Is the fish only able to be placed in water? Like, you would assume so, right? So does this mean this path is actually like completely useless if you don't have water nearby? Now that leaves us with the question, can the tower, the Beast Handler, be placed on water, right? Is he going to be able to be put on water, or does he have to be on land but next to water, so that way the fish can be in the water doing whatever the fish does, right? And I think that's a question that we need to kind of like ask, because that is a little bit, right? Like, I don't know how that works. How many maps are you able to put down a tower right next to water and have land and water together and have them work well? I don't know. That might be a little bit tricky, but it looks like you start off as look how grumpy he is. So he starts off as this really grumpy piranha, and this is the first stage, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we don't know what the base tower, right? We don't know what the Beast Handler is going to look like, but it looks like each path upgrades the animal a little bit further. So it looks like the Beast Handler themselves might not attack or might not actually do anything, right? They might just be like a base dart monkey or like some kind of throw something, but a very basic, easy tower that doesn't seem to do much, and then it all kind of levels up with the animals. Another thing that kind of comes to mind while looking at this is that you have these 3 different paths, but I'm assuming you're going to be able to get a T2 of an animal and then also a T5 of another animal, right? So for example, you might be able to get the dinosaur and also the fish, or like the hawk and the shark. And of course, they're not showcasing the final upgrades of the T5s, which is just like, oh my gosh, look, they're kind of showcasing, right? I mean, you can kind of assume where it's going, right? Like a giant shark, it's gonna be like some giant T-Rex dinosaur thing, and that looks like just some giant eagle, right? So you can kind of pick up where it's going from there. Again, this is all speculation, and I would love to know what you think in the comment section down below. We got our fishy. Look how grumpy he looks. He's just like meh, meh. So the first one, it doesn't look like he does much as he levels up into this barracuda looking guy. He looks pretty angry. And the T3 is definitely when it gets that big upgrade into the shark, right? Now, the fish is, I'm assuming, it has to be in water. It has to be able to, I'm assuming what happens is you put it in water and it kind of swims around and then attacks balloons as they get close. So maybe he like runs up and tries to bite them, or maybe he can like shoot something at them, but it seems more kind of like a melee tower. Or you place it down in the water and it doesn't move. And then as it upgrades, it just gets kind of like bigger and stronger. So you go all the way up to the killer whale, the orca here, which, man, this guy looks ferocious. I would not want to have to be the balloons dealing with this guy. Maybe he blows bubbles, and that's where we kind of break down between, is it going to be a magic or a support tower? If it's a magic tower, I'm assuming that all of these towers are going to be more aggressive, do more popping, and things like that. Whereas if it's a support tower, maybe they just give boosts to their respective paths, right? So maybe this guy, the water tower, gives boost to all nearby water monkeys and gives boost to that, while also, you know, shooting bubbles and giving other aquamarine boost as it goes through, which could be pretty cool. And if that's the case, this might be a kind of a recreation of how they wanted the Monkey Academy to be. Now, for those of you who don't know, Monkey Academy was a tower that they intended to release in the beginning of Bloons, but actually didn't, because it was just kind of scrapped because it was too close to the village. But it was a tower that boosted heroes, military, and primary towers, and or magic towers. And so this might be a way to do that, right? So if you go over here to the second path, where you get the Dinosaur, which personally, I think this is my favorite. I mean, come on, guys. Dinosaurs are now officially in Bloons Tower Defense. Think about that. Think about that. Dinosaurs are now officially in Bloons. We have a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So you start off as this little chompy and he levels up into a little velociraptor. Look at him, he's so cute. And then he levels up into this guy, right? Maybe he's something kind of like a Pat Fusty, where he's this melee tower that kind of just like chomps balloons. He can stomp around it to make him a lot stronger. Maybe he has like literally like a roar where it makes all towers nearby attack faster. I could see this being very similar to like a Pat Fusty, where it's just this big, strong, menacing tower where he can bite down on Moabs and kind of just destroy them and demolish them. I think that would be really cool to be able to have that. I would love to see kind of what comes out of this and where we're going with it. It looks menacing. Like, it looks very ferocious. I would love to see if they kind of like ran around, right? Almost if they acted like pets, where these towers they didn't have to stay in one place like your normal towers, right? They actually got to move around freely along the map, being able to kind of like maybe chase after the balloons. Like, they literally run after the balloons and kind of like chase them down, or things like that, where your main tower, your beast handler, stays still. As we head over here, we have our hawk. Now this one's kind of covered up, right? At least a little bit. Because look, so you have your look at they have the fake like coffee and water stain, like they're drawing it. Like, I love Ninja Kiwi, they're so cool. That's actually so hype. So if you head up over here, so it starts off as a little hawk. Now, if any tower of these were going to be a support tower, I would assume it's going to be something like this, right? I'm assuming the bird, the eagle, is going to work very similarly to like a plane, right? Where it kind of just circles around, or like the phoenix. It circles around the top of the map. Maybe it gives increased vision. It can spot camo balloons, right? Maybe it has a dive bombing thing where it like dives down onto the balloons and takes them out. So it starts off, it looks like a pigeon, and then it goes to an owl. And so maybe once you upgrade it to the owl, owls are known for having night vision, right? So maybe that gives you camo in the radius of the bird as it flies around. And then it looks like it levels up into an eagle, and then from the eagle it goes into this giant vulture, and then from there you can see it gets massive. I mean, this bird is just the T4 has the wingspan. Its entire wingspan is the wingspan of this bird, which is crazy, actually. So I'm very excited to see how all of these towers come together with the Beast Handler. I couldn't be more excited about this tower. I'd love to know what you all think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Huge shout out. Ninja Kiwi is working really hard on working more closely with us YouTubers to provide us with these things and kind of use us as an outlet to kind of share and communicate with you guys. And I think that's amazing. And I just have to say thanks for that. So I hope you have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more awesome Bloons content. Bye.